Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. Let me first take a moment to recognize the late Senator Robert Byrd. Robert Byrd came from the coal mines of West Virginia and rose to be the Senate Majority Leader twice. He was chairman of the powerful Appropriations Committee, and yes, West Virginia did well while he was the chairman, but he also reached out to others, as Senator Lautenberg would attest to with his work with him on the Appropriations Committee. He was the Senate's constitutionalist and the caretaker of its rules, several of which are named after him. And so I just think it's fitting and appropriate that on the day that we have lost the longest-serving member of the United States Senate, that we recognize him. Mayor, I want to take this moment as well to acknowledge and thank you for all your service to the people of Paterson as a councilperson, then as the mayor. I can tell you that there hasn't been a bigger advocate for Paterson than Mayor Joey Torres. I know because I have been on the other side of the phone with whether it's the Great Falls, whether it's housing-related issues, or this grant work that we're announcing today. So I salute you for your service. We appreciate what you've done for Paterson. We look forward to working with the new mayor-elect and continuing many of the projects that will still have to be finished, like the Great Falls, in making that a reality for the people of Paterson. Finally, I'm really pleased to be here with Senator Lautenberg, who's a tremendous advocate as a senior member of the Appropriations Committee, advocating for the resources necessary to make things like this happen. And Congressman Pascrell, who had the vision and the foresight and the experience as a mayor. You know, when you're a mayor, you have these experiences, you understand, and you bring them to you at the next level of government. And the SAFER Act, which basically, and the Fire Act, which basically said, how do we from the federal government play a role with communities in making those communities safer, in being able to help meet the resources, particular, as we've learned in the post-September 11th world, the incredible importance of firefighters. And so I want to salute Bill Pascrell, who helped fashion and author the first legislation that in part gets funded by the Recovery Act of what we are achieving today. We're here today because we're all absolutely committed to putting New Jersey families back to work and also keeping our neighborhoods and our families safe and secure, and giving first responders the kind of facility that makes that all happen. The $4.5 million construction grant under the Recovery Act will mean that Paterson Engines Company number 7 will move from a 100-year-old one-bay station designed for horse-drawn fire equipment to a new state-of-the-art 4-bay facility designed for 21st century responders. It'll be a tremendous improvement in our public safety infrastructure, long overdue, absolutely necessary. It will also, while we ultimately reach that goal, in the interim, put people back to work. All of those who have designed it, all who will contract to actually build it, all of the suppliers that will come here, all of that work will ultimately have a ripple effect in the economy that will provide, at the end of the journey, our firefighters with the opportunity to do the job and keep the people of Paterson safe. In my book, that's a win-win situation. This is a crucial federal investment in Paterson. This construction of this facility, state-of-the-art, will help Engine Company number 7 respond to emergencies more effectively and efficiently than they already do. And it will employ people in the process at a time in which unemployment is still a challenge in our communities and in our economy. And this is what the Recovery Act is all about. And people say, well, what's the Recovery Act all about? The Recovery Act is about putting people to work, but doing so in smart fashion that meets long-term challenges of our communities. So here's the Recovery Act, taking money, making an investment in a city like Paterson, one of the few in the nation that's getting this type of grant, and ultimately not only putting those people to work, but providing a long-term benefit for the people of Paterson. You know, old firehouses can be beautiful, and when they can, they should be preserved. But there's a time when we face new threats and new challenges. Sometimes those old firehouses are designed for old threats and old times, and they need to be replaced. That's what we are doing here. The Recovery Act has provided more than $210 million for construction grants. Paterson was one of only 3 communities in the entire country to receive a grant in this round. And in fact, Paterson has now received a total of $12.2 million under the Assistance to Firefighters grant program since 2001. That includes 5 fire grant awards for more than $1.3 million and $6.4 million SAFER grant that put 53 more firefighters to work. We can have the greatest firehouses at the end of the day. We can have the greatest equipment at the end of the day, but it isn't unless we have firefighters able to move that equipment and have the experience necessary to meet a challenge that makes a difference. We learned that on September 11th. We made a promise after September 11th. Maybe some people have forgotten about that promise, but I know that Frank Lautenberg, Bill Pascrell, and I have not. And today is a continuing down payment on that promise. Thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you.